Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my videos. Yesterday night, Manchester United drew 2-2 against Leeds United at Old Trafford. Manchester United came from 2 goals down to rescue a point. Substitute Jadon Sancho scored the equaliser on his Premier League return after nearly 4 months out. Erik ten Hag is proud of Jadon Sancho scoring against Leeds. Marcus Rashford scored Manchester United's first goal. It was a good header. Rashford now has 20 goals in all competitions this season. Don't forget Rashford scored in the 2-1 win against Crystal Palace. Not so long ago, Marcus Rashford got named Premier League Player of the Month for January. Rashford was actually playing on the right wing, which was a surprise. He should have been on the left because Rashford's far superior on the left than the right. Wilfred Gnonto opened the scoring after just 55 seconds. To be fair, it was a very good finish. Went straight into the bottom corner past David De Gea. It was a good one too between Gnonto and Patrick Bamford. VAR intervened because they were looking at a possible offside. But obviously the goal was given. Leeds United's second goal was a Varane own goal. It came from Somerville's cut back. So there were the goals in the game. I thought in the first 15 minutes, Leeds were very dominant. Manchester United could not get into the game. We was making mistakes at the back. Leeds were playing with a high line. Pascal Struijk had a very good chance. Should have scored. In that second half, was it? Brendan Harrison hit the post from a free kick. By the way, in the first half, 2 players for Leeds went off injured, and that was Pascal Struijk and Luis Sinisterra. Gnonto went down as well, but managed to stay on. As soon as Manchester United went 1-0 down, we responded well. We had our chances. Alejandro Garnacho had a couple of chances. He had one chance that went just wide. Should have at least got that on target. And then he had another chance when he went round melee, and a Leeds player headed it away. Marcel Sabitzer had a few chances. Just one on target. By the way, it was Marcel Sabitzer's full Manchester United debut. Varane had a good chance in the game. Rashford, towards the end of the game, had a good chance. So there you go. Did Ten Hag get some decisions wrong? That is questionable. Of course, Man United were missing players. Obviously, Casemiro was a big miss. That's no excuse. I was still expecting Manchester United to beat Leeds. Casemiro has now got 2 games to serve. He got sent off in the win against Crystal Palace. Obviously, McTominay didn't play any part because he's injured. Anthony didn't play any part because he recently picked up an injury. Martial is injured. Van der Beek, he's out for the rest of the season. Eriksen's a big miss as well. He's out until April or early May with an ankle injury. But Leeds, they were missing a few players. Obviously, they were missing Rodrigo. He's out with injury. There was missing Stuart Dallas. Adam Forshaw is injured. And like I mentioned earlier, 2 of Leeds' players went off injured in that first half. And Leeds are managerless at the moment. But credit to Leeds, they did really well to come to Old Trafford and get a draw. There'll be some Leeds fans that will be disappointed though that they didn't win the game because there was 2-0 up. Erik ten Hag, after the game, criticised Manchester United's unacceptable start. But he was talking how brilliant Jadon Sancho is. But prior to this game against Leeds, Man United had won 13 straight home games. And I did mention that Old Trafford is becoming a fortress. It's disappointing though. Man United had the chance to go level on points with Manchester City. And we could have gone, 5 points behind Arsenal. Manchester United, don't forget, play Leeds again on Sunday at Elland Road. Don't forget, on Monday, Leeds sacked Jesse Marsch after less than a year in charge. Obviously, they sacked him because of that defeat to Nottingham Forest last weekend, and obviously Leeds' bad run of form. Jesse Marsch was under contract with Leeds until 2025. He did get appointed in as the Leeds manager in February last year. Before Leeds, Jesse Marsch managed the likes of RB Leipzig. He was the assistant coach as well at RB Leipzig, managed Red Bull Salzburg, before managed New York Red Bulls and Montreal. Obviously, last season, Leeds sacked Marcelo Bielsa because, they enjoyed a very bad period under him. But Bielsa, he did get Leeds up to the Premier League and they won the Championship for the first time in 28 years. And he got Leeds a 9th place finish in his first season in the Premier League. Revert back to 2004. Leeds got relegated, so they were out of the top flight for 16 years. They came back up to the Premier League back in 2020. Leeds have not won at Old Trafford in the Premier League since 1981. And the last time Leeds beat Manchester United was in the FA Cup third round back in January 2010. 1-0, Jermaine Beckford scored. Let me put into the equation, Leeds have lost players. Not so long ago, they loaned Diego Llorente out to Roma. They loaned Joe Geldart out to Sunderland. Leeds initially got him from Wigan, good young player. They loaned Daniel James out to Fulham. They initially got him from Man United for 25 million. Last year, they got rid of Matthias Klitsch. Leeds made the right decision doing that because he lost his place in the Leeds team. A few years ago, lost Alioski. I think Leeds made a bad mistake getting rid of him. He did well for Leeds, and when he played alongside Luke Ayling, they complemented each other well. Leeds lost Calvin Phillips and Rafinha, but obviously they got, £80 million for them players. And to be fair, they found the adequate replacements for Phillips and Rafinha. Leeds, under Marsh, spent around £80 million, but Phillips from Leeds went to Man City. Obviously, Phillips is not first choice at Man City, but obviously he's on a lot more money at Man City than he was at Leeds, and Rafinha went to Barcelona from Leeds. So they are players that Leeds have lost. Let's put into the equation that Man United have done transfer business with Leeds before. A lot of years ago, got Eric Cantona off them for 1 million. Got Rio Ferdinand off them. And a lot of years ago, Alan Smith left Leeds to come to Man United. So there you go. On my next video, I will be giving you the preview for the Leeds Man United game at Ellen Road. Player ratings from the game yesterday night will be coming up as well. And then I want to give you some more news on the Qatari investors. So anyway, guys, everything's updated with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless.